What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Artisan MC. As you can see, I'm in the office, and I got a little bit of time before I get to my next thing and get finished. So I wanted to go over this Andor show, and I will say for watching this last episode, which was episode 4, I am really liking this show already, and it is rare for me, for Disney Plus show, for Star Wars show, to get so many WTF moments right off the bat and have reactions to the stuff that I'm watching right as I'm watching the show. That's rare. And I got that in this episode of Andor, which I'm very happy about. What's good about it? Outside of the fact that there are characters in here and actors in here that you've seen before from Game of Thrones, but they're using different accents and playing different roles. When you see them in these roles, you'll see how good of an actor they actually are. Now, the main one I'm thinking of, I can't remember his name on Game of Thrones show for some reason. I'm blanking on it, but he is playing Major Pardaz or something like that. I think that's his name, Pardaz. And on Game of Thrones, he was the last Maester that brought the mountain back to life. That guy. He's playing an Imperial, and I'm like, that's perfect casting because he's slimy looking, right? And by the book. But his dialogue in this is so good. It's like, oh, that's awesome. He's just nailing it. The dialogue in this episode was crisp. People were getting across information quickly, but not rushed. It was quick, but it wasn't rushed. And you were getting the sense of the tension with these people just from listening to freaking dialogue, which I enjoyed. The episode itself doesn't have any action in it. Nobody gets punched in the face. There's no explosions, there's no bright lights and nothing like that. No. But it was a lot of action happening with what happened with the characters, what happened in the dialogue, so you understand what's setting up. And that was great. The other character that was in it was the character of Vale, which, if you've watched Game of Thrones and you look at her, you recognize her as being one of the no face women of Bravos in Game of Thrones. When Arya went off to train with the no face man, the girl that was there kicking Arya's ass, that's who Vale in this show is, her. And you're hearing, I believe, it's her natural accent, which is actually cool because I wanted to see more with this actress because she was a standout on Game of Thrones for that time that the character of Arya was on Bravos training with the No Face Man. Like she was mean. She was mean. She was mean, but she was a standout character because her features are so just stark. It's not stark in a bad way, but they are really angular, and you can tell that's her as soon as you see it. That's what I mean by her features being stark. You know it's her when you see her face. You automatically know. Now the other part of this comes into the main part, which is it was a heist. They're setting up a freaking heist. And you guys know me, if you've been with me anytime, you know I love heist movies. I love heist movies. And so in this episode, they are setting up a heist. They're gonna rob the Empire. Uh, um, you know, alleviate them of some weight. They're gonna shed some weight from them. And I'm like, oh yes, I am in. They jacking the Empire. Love that. Love that part. Right. But that is the background of what's happening, what this episode is leading to, apparently in the next episode. But the rest that you get is his interactions with Luthen, Luthen's interaction with Vale, Luthen's interactions with on excuse me, I'm forgetting the main planet's name. God damn. I, Chick's walking by. Luthen's interactions with Mon Mothma. It's a lot of stuff thrown in here where they introduce some new characters, but it doesn't seem like it's ladening the episode down with so many new characters and all. No, you get it really quickly who they are, what they're about, and it's all in the dialogue, and it's really, really quick. I explained this to BGS and Dr. Tia-san is that this episode shows that what is working in House of the Dragon, they just did in this episode, just in a shorter span. It's better writing. It's better writing and better dialogue. The dialogue had me emoting, like, oh shit, because you understand what it means when the characters deliver this dialogue and what the actual English coming out their mouth says. It's not them talking all haughty or anything like that, like I am so much above all of you. No, that's not what it is. But some of them are. But you just know, like, oh, this is a problem. This is a problem. Now, on top of that, you get to see the actual, I call it the spycraft of Luther, to where he is wearing a disguise the whole time he's on Coruscant. He's wearing a disguise. That when he gets back to Coruscant in his ship, he slips on a different garb, puts on these rings, hairpiece, and stuff like that. He's playing a character. And I'm like, yes, he is totally a fucking spy, dude. And he's there and being all jolly and friendly and shit like that. I'm like, whoop. He into some shit. He is into some shit. Even if you didn't know anything about the Rebel Alliance or anything like that, you understand that he is seriously in the middle of something. I hope you guys can hear me because I keep seeing people bouncing in and out. If you can hear me clearly, make sure you hit a 1 in the chat so I know that you guys can hear me. You're just not running in and out because there's no sound. The StreamYards is funny. You turn the shit on, you hook up your earpiece, and then it didn't connect to your earpiece. Fuck. Let me see. Oh, you can hear me, Skillmonger? Okay. Clear or I sound far away? Trying to get this done quickly because I have something else to do at 5. So crowd engagement is important. Waiting on the Skillmonger. Whole show stopped on a dime. Him to answer one question. Yeah, okay. That wasn't a question, but all right, appreciate it. So Luthen is really into some stuff. And how far and how he's into it, you don't know. Like part of the episode, it seems like he's the one back at everything, but then later on, when he gets to Coruscant, you see, okay, he got finances and stuff like that too. So maybe he's not at the head of everything. But it's all leading into the political intrigue of what's happening. The other side of it is that your homeboy, what was his name, deputy or whatever, Karn from Proximax or whatever the name of that corporation was last episode, and that fucking debacle that they had on Ferrex. Oh yeah, there is repercussions for that. There are repercussions for that that just made me go, oh, damn. Yeah, there are serious repercussions. That does not go forgotten. And I thought when I watched episode 3 with how that shook out, that there would be a problem with that because that little op he ran to that planet because he lost men. And he wasn't supposed to be investigating that case anyway. Boss told him to forget about it, right? But he was kind of in the right for doing it because he's concerned about, his coworkers and whatnot. Okay, be that as it may, your ass wasn't supposed to be out there. You wasn't sanctioned for that shit. And being that you weren't sanctioned for it and you got out there and got a bunch of people killed, A bunch of them end up dead. It was 12 people. How many came back? I think it was like four. You got some splaining to do. But his actions end up making the situation worse. And you see, oh my God, he had a fucking Jar Jar Binks moment. He had a Jar Jar moment. Like, yeah, you thought you was doing something good, but what you did actually fucked up. And because you did that, now this is happening. It was like, oh, damn, damn, and double damn. He looked miserable. And when you see him, the next time you see him in the episode, that motherfucker looked miserable. And I'm like, somebody just made an enemy for life. Somebody just made an enemy for life. I hope he don't turn out to be force sensitive because that motherfucker going to the dark side. Quick, quick, sign him up. He going to the dark side because he's gonna be pissed. Oh my God, he just made an enemy for life with him behind that shit. So saying that to say this, while I'm laughing, I told Dr. T in BGS that hey, the show was good. You should watch it. You should watch this last episode. It was really good. And Dr. T was telling me he really can't rock with no Star Wars with no Jedi in it, right? I told him like, come on, man. There's a lot of characters that's good without Jedi. Like Han, Lando, what, Boba Fett, Din? They ain't Jedi. Star Wars is bigger than just a Jedi. He was like, nah, I just can't rock with it. He's like, all right, Dr. T. All right, man. All right. Everybody got our things. We got our favorites. Okay. No big deal. No big deal. Everybody got their favorites. But I rock with the Star Wars universe regardless, just as long as it's a good story. And so far, this has been a good story. This episode was really good. Even though there wasn't any explosion. Like I told you, I don't go in for Spectrum Kid Theater. But this episode was good. I was really into this episode. The writing was good. The dialogue was good. The performances was good. You believe it. Even introducing new characters, you get a feel for the new characters right off the bat, easy. So you know what they're about. It's like, okay, they're gonna be on some bullshit. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. Why are they looking for this so hard? Just this one? You focused on just this one? What's on that one? And then you got this heist playing in the background. Like, oh yeah, I'm down for the jack. What who we taking it from? What we getting? How much? That is very exciting to me. That's more exciting. I will be looking forward to episode 5 because I know somebody getting robbed in episode 5. The Empire getting shut down in episode 5. I got to see how that turns out because, like I told Dr. T, the reason I love heist movies because it shows. I like heist movies like I like revenge movies because it shows meticulous planning. People actually meticulously planning things out. And inevitably, shit goes wrong, and then they have to think on the fly. That's basically what happens. But it's good every time because it puts the characters in a situation where they thought they had it all planned, but then they have to find a way to get out of it. They have to find a way to get out of it and still succeed. And still succeed. I don't have a problem with that. That's fun to me. That builds up the tension and the intrigue. Like, what's going on? One of these motherfuckers gonna turn? Somebody got to turn. Somebody got to turn on you. You know? Skillmonger says someone told me that they want space wizards and pew pew, and I'm like, what? Yeah. So look, like I'm saying, Skillmonger. To me, I call that Spectrum Kid Theater. If you throw enough explosions, lights, and sirens, and flashing lights out there, people think the shit was good. I don't get into that because I'm like, what was going on with the story? And half the time, most people, if you ask them what was going on in the story, they can't fucking tell you because all they was focused on was the explosions, the lights, and the sirens. Well, that's for Spectrum kids. That's for people that don't understand English. That's how movies get sold to countries that don't speak the language and they ain't dubbed the shit. Ooh, it looked awesome. What does that tell me about the story? Nothing. What the fuck, dude? Yeah. So I look. I like a good explosion. I like some good CG. but that's not the primary thing I'm looking for when I watch television. Or and because I grew up where special effects wasn't that damn good anyway. When you watch shows, it wasn't any CG. Shit, I grew up in the era of Ray Harryhausen and stop motion skeletons and scorpions and shit, and it was still entertaining because the story is what held me, not the special effect. The special effect was just like, oh damn, you saw what they had in there? That looked cool. How'd they do that? Okay, I know how the sausage is made now. I'm not interested in it anymore. I don't care about the pig. Get on with the rest of this. So that's it on that. Andor episode 4 was good to me. I will be watching it again tonight just to go over it again so I can remember what the hell that dude's name was in Game of Thrones. I can't. What's the actor's name? I gotta look at my notes because I did make notes. What was the actor's name? Anton Lesser. I can't remember what his name was in Game of Thrones. I keep wanting to say Pycelle, and it's like he wasn't Master Pycelle. He took over and was Cersei's right hand man. He's the one who brought the mountain back to life. And I can't remember his name for shit. I think it's something with an M. And oh yeah, Skillmonger, the set design. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Set design. Every time I thought this is a background thought. This is how you start analyzing shows, right? When you're watching the show, think about those background things that are coming to you when you see it, when you say, oh, okay, that looks cool. My background thought from my animus was, damn, this looks like Star Wars. And that's what it is. The set design looks like Star Wars shit. You can see it fit in there. The scene that got me was when they went to the ISB. When they went to the ISB and I saw that structure and how it was built, I said, yeah, damn, that looks like Star Wars to me. I said that in like episode 2. It looks like Star Wars. The other thing I'm liking with the set design, they're not on the volume the whole fucking time. They're out in the environment. They walking up hills and stuff like that. They out there in the world. It's not just all encaged in LCD screens and you using that, the special effect, to be the whole show. No. That's part of it. That's not the whole goddamn thing. No, dude, come on, man. Look at the history of this shit. People don't like movies that are overly 100% fucking CG. If you got 90% CG in your movie, you ain't got a story there. You're trying to sell it on the fact that it looks pretty. Rings of Power. But you ain't got shit going on story-wise. Rings of Power is boring as fuck because you didn't put any money into the dialogue. Script writing. I can at least say this for Andor. Don Gilroy, I guess that's Tony Gilroy's, the director's brother. Dialogue was on point on this episode. It was on point. Them people was talking. They were having what sound like real conversations and giving real digs at each other. Real, like what? What is it? What's going on? No, we're not doing that. What you got? That ain't it? Okay, bam, we out of here. Go do what I told you to do. Get to it. And what about you? You ain't got your work done. Look, I would like to listen to this shit, but you ain't getting your work done. So why are we talking? I'm like, damn, dude, that's like regular corporate beef bullshit. Like, man, brought you here for a reason. Why don't you get your work done so we can see why? Like, oh shit. That's awesome shit. Could it be some stuff in there that you could find questionable? One scene that I found questionable. One scene. And it was how the black male character and the white female character was going on with each other. How that shit was playing. That's a little subtle dig because as much as this show is fresh ground for Star Wars, brand new character, no history, they're making it all up as they go. I know KK's thumb is still on this shit, so I'm waiting for the bullshit. I am waiting for the bullshit. It's like getting smacked in the face and you just waiting. That motherfucker keep like you winding up and say, you ain't gonna catch me not looking. You're not gonna catch me off guard. And that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that little bit of, this was good, but I still gotta wait for that bullshit to come. I know it's coming. Yeah, Skillmonger. Yeah, that chick. What was her name? Lieutenant Mira. Yeah, she was. Yeah, Lieutenant Mira. She was on her Karen. She was getting her Karen on. She damn sure was getting her Karen on. Like, oh, you don't want to give me that? Well, I'm gonna go talk to Major Hard Ass. Well, go ahead and talk to his ass, bitch. That's pretty much what he told her. That's pretty much what he told her. I'm gonna go talk to him. I'll see what this Major Part Ass has to say about that. Well, go do that shit. He went to the manager, and the manager told her, no, it still stands. And don't you got some work you supposed to be doing? Ain't you supposed to be working on something? You need to get back to that shit. That shit was hilarious, dude. That shit was hilarious. But that's real dialogue in a sense. In a corporate sense, that's real dialogue. They really having a conversation. They really, pissed off with her ass. Like, I ain't got time for this shit. No, bitch, I said no twice in one day, officially. What? Suck it. Like, and she still went over his head. Like, all right, do that shit if you want to. And what did she get? Another no. Like, man, go do your job. Go do your motherfucking job. You got 2 sections. He got 6. Yeah, he a little bit by the book, but goddamn, don't you have something more important to be doing? Oh boy, that shit was fun. That shit was fun. And Karen got put in her place. Oh my god! After what video I saw last week, that's important. That should be required watching. But man, that's it. Let me go ahead and get out of here. Um, right now, after 4 episodes, I'm thinking it's really now. It was kind of inspired the way they did this drop for Andor. They got you through 3 episodes off the bat to get through the slow part to get to the stuff with the action on the very next episode. So if you look at it like it's an episode a week, if you had went through 3-4 weeks of this, they might have lost people off the bat between those first 3 episodes because it was slow. It's world building, right? But 1 week they gave you 3 episodes to get through that slow world building part. They built the world in 3 episodes. And then the next week, they got into the bullshit. Very clever. Very clever. Because then you don't have that lead up time for people to get on board. It usually takes, even with comic books, takes you 3 months to get the numbers back on how good the damn book did, right? But by that time, you might be 6 issues into it and figured out why by issue 3 or 4, the sales on it fell through the fucking floor because it's garbage. It only took 3 issues to figure it out. This is 4 episodes in. Not garbage. It's actually going pretty good. I don't know what the winning plan was, but it's actually pretty good. So I recommend you guys give it a watch. I will talk about it again on Shop Talk Live, but yeah, the roller coaster winding up for the drop. First 3 episodes took you up, right? You about to crest. Here we go. We got 12 episodes of this, so shit. By my model, if you need your peaks and valleys, 3 episodes set up, 3 episode ramp up, 3 episodes after that is coming down. Last 3 episodes, you finishing the ride and you getting into the next bit. That's it. What is that? 12 episodes right there. That's it. 3, 6, 3, 6. 6 and 6. That's your pyramid. So I think they're doing a good job with this so far. I definitely will be there for episode 5. I'm telling you, I'm more hyped to see this episode 5 than I am to watch, the 5th episode of She-Hulk or any of that other shit outside of House of the Dragon. Like, this just became one of my go-to shows to watch. Like, man, I'll be looking forward to you. Thank you very much, Andor. I will. So that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. I got things to do, clocks to punch, and interviews to get. If you have not checked out my I Am series, I put up a new I Am series video where I interview somebody from this space, kind of prominent, and get their views. It's always broken up into 4 parts. So the first part dropped earlier today. I try to keep it a secret who it is that's on the shit. So watch the video and give it a like if you like content like that, where you get to have geeks talk, interviewed and talking. What up, BMT? You a little late, man. Why you keep showing up when I'm closing up? God damn, you like that last minute customer. Sign says 7, you in there at 6:58. I need to look. I gotta look around. Look around. I swear I want to be surprised if we find out Artisan's an ex-assassin. What do you mean ex? What do you mean ex? What do you mean ex? This is ex shit. What exes I know of his girlfriend. Let me get out of here, y'all. Yeah, so check out the I Am series, and if you got time today, catch me on the big discussion, music and entertainment with Dr. Anwar. We're going to do a little interview, talk a little bit about the She-Hulk stuff. Go over to Dr. Anwar's channel, donate a little like to him, and let's get his comment section going. So we have a little conversation, a little geek bat around. And other than that, maybe I'll drop something random again, but if not, I will see you Sunday. Shop Talk Live, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Till then, I will see you guys. Peace. Watch something good tonight. You don't need to stay up late to wait for She-Hulk to come on. That shit'll be on tomorrow too, and it still will be the same piece of shit. And trust me, I don't even think Daredevil's showing up in this, so don't worry about it. So don't get your feelings hurt. Peace.